Great. Can you tell us your name, where you're from, and your profession?
My name is Brodie Paul. I'm from Australia, but I grew up overseas, and I'm now a public servant with the Queensland government. It's an interest I've held for a long time. Maybe 20 years ago I worked as an intern with the United Nations Environment Program, which wasn't a primary interest at the time, but gave me an exposure to environmental issues 20 years ago when they were definitely less mature. Why I wanted to get involved now is because I've spent the better part of the last 20 years in Asian countries, particularly 10 years in mainland China, where you don't have a voice. And one of the things I wanted to test is, right, okay, I'm now living in a country where you do get a voice, you do get a say. Let's see if you can actually be heard.
And since you've been involved, what's the experience been like?
Enjoyable. I've met any time where you meet a group of people who don't agree on an important topic, it's gonna be challenging. I think I've made a couple of friends. That's always a good thing. There has been a surprising amount of maturity in the discussion, and as I said, going back 20 years, I don't think there was, particularly within the environmental movement, and I believe that they've moved on now, and I'm very encouraged by that.
And if you were going to use, say, one word or one phrase to describe what a People's Assembly is, what would you say?
Interesting.
Great. And anything else you'd like to say in general about participating?
I've made the point. You know, the test of this process is not just how we're heard, but what actions move on from that. There are some limitations to getting heard in the Australian system, but compared to some of the others I've lived in, we really do have an opportunity here. And it's one of those, this is a good time. This is a very good time to be talking about this topic. I really do hope we make a difference, if not for my sake, but for the sake of my two girls.